helping somebody. What is it? Here, be careful.
What the hell are you doing?
I'll have to get something to eat. I'm starting to get hungry.
There's no end to this cleaning.
Should I be walking to? Not even a team of oxen could drag me to the mountain.
What's the hold up? Hey, ale here.
Here you are, and good health. I'll be right back with that.
You've had enough.
Pleasure.
You think? Well, watch this.
Coming
Wench,
right up.
pour us a pitcher, and be quick about it. Keep watching. She'll be here in a moment.
If you drink any more, you'll need help walking out of here.
And where should I be walking to? Not even a team of oxen could drag me to the monastery.
If you get as drunk as you plan, it'll be easy to take you there in a wagon.
you. Go away.
There's something I'd like to talk about. What if
I would give you your... If you help... So... Please...
You know you shouldn't drink.
What then, Ale? What are you loitering here for? What?
You see that old man sitting at...
What? He's not... Hey!
Here, enjoy it.
Down!
As you wish.
Old man, what did you say about my mother?
Pardon me?
I said, what did you say about my dear old ma?
If she's as repulsive as you, I have no reason to speak of her at all. Now leave me alone before I put you in your place.
Put me in my place? I'd like to see you.
Ale for me.
Clear off. I don't want to...
Manfred's taken care of?
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me...
What if I entered them...
What? Voluntarily? You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter.
So you give me your writ? I'll just...
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only...
So I'll steal it, and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed? What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my...
But there are poor people everywhere, and they get by.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could only steal...
That's all then.
Here, enjoy it.
Beat it!
I'd like something to eat.
Here, enjoy it.
I'd like to speak to you about some...
What's on your mind?
Here we are.
I hear you've got a writ signed by the abbot.
Indeed I do.
I need it.
What good would it do you? You don't want to become...
Yes, I do, actually. But I'll need that writ to do it.
Now that's funny. I've never heard such nonsense in my life. The boy must enter the monastery.
Hand over that writ of acceptance.
Pardon me? I wouldn't give you that writ even if you threatened to kill. Clear off. I don't.
There's still something.
What's on your mind?
What if you let him run?
The Lord of Bukova would have me whipped. Carl...
But he doesn't want to.
I know. Unfortunately, there's no other way. You see...
But normally you just need to pay some form of...
Yes, 1,000 groschen. But a boy would keep chasing after women. And who...
What if I give you a...
You dare question my honor? I'm a faithful son.
Ale as usual.
You're gonna cry. Ale for me. Bring it on.
I'll be right away.
To good neighbors.
All right.
Beat it.
I'll fetch it right away.
Manfred took care of me since I was a child.
Hey, you! Halt! Surrender!
Stop!
You're under
Here is-
arrest.
Stop!
Got you, you scum! Personally, I'd rather string you up. But unfortunately...
I won't put up with any more of this. Keep it up, and you'll rue the day you...
But I was just... You... What are you loitering here for?
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to...
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic late.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first...
But that wasn't very considerate. It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that...
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery. You're a different case, though. Are you...
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of St. Ben?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or don't. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see...
Hey, you!
Stop right where you are.
Surrender! You've
Don't
committed a
move
crime
a
and
finger.
I'm arresting you.
You've been lurking around where you don't. You should have thought twice about what.
Enough! What imp...
But I was just. You.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor, and wear it with honor. Welcome, brother.
Welcome, brother. I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here?
Being here in the monastery is my dream come true. Being a monk is so exciting.
Well, no one's ever said that before. I'm curious if you'll...
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic...
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your... Make sure to read it this evening so you know how things work. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word: discipline. It's your job to work and pray. You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs.
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Slow down. Watch your step, brother.
This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to. This is the garden, a place for silent contemplation and meditation. Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery.
Slow
His
down.
spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing
More like
any
infuriating.
misbehaving novices.
A horrible, abominable waste
So
of parchment.
beware.
Young people have no respect for writing.
Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora et labora. Pray and work.
As a novice, you must always listen to your superior brethren. And above us monks are the prior and the circators, who punish every infraction. You'll know them by the canes they carry. Do what they say. This is the refectory, where we come together to eat. During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the Rule of Saint Benedict.
The rule is the only law we recognize, with the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts, expect a swift punishment. But I've already told you about the circuitous. The library, the pride of our monastery, a trove of learning. We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow if you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We will be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices.
Thanks for showing me around. It occurred to me you might be the man to ask. I'm looking for some
Lockpicks? You surprise me, brother. And you, a nobleman's son.
I'd like to ask you something about...
Why such haste?
This looks like the dregs after a night's drinking. Who could be coming here? Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the...
Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working some...
You're right, brother.
This is your first warning. Where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you didn't know that Holy Mass is the foundation on which your life here is built.
You're right, brother.
This is your second warning. Do it again.
God be with you.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nebulus, and I'm the provost here.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all.
I'd like to ask... I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist. Concoct 2 bucks' blood potion. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. What is it, brother?
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Brother, what will become of you? Ah, Gregor.
I found this piece of parchment.
Who'd tear up a book like that? Brother librarian.
Pay more attention, brother.
Great. Why such haste? Aha, Gregor. Talk to me.
I'm looking for something a little unorthodox.
And what would that be exactly?
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lockpicks? And what would you like those for?
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks.
Don't move. Brother, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you...
I definitely was there. I did come a little late, so perhaps...
Really? This time I'll look the other way. But next time...
I'm Gregor and I'm new.
I know. I saw you in the...
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work.
When it's not the way it should be?
Then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you... Brother Nevlis says that you didn't finish your work in the herb room.
I was feeling a bit quick.
Brother, I wasn't born yet. Now this is your third warning. And do you know what that...
Very well, brother.
Now, show me what you have on you. Servus.
In a rush to pray.
Watch your step, brother. Slow down, brother.
Pay more attention. Why such haste?
Peace be with you, brother.
Can't you see we are at Mass?
Why such haste? In a rush to pray? Pay more attention, brother. Watch your step. Slow down, brother.
Why such haste?
In a rush to pray. In a rush to... Pay more attention, brother.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but
Will you tell me something?
I
mean, where you're from? What sort of life?
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is...
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can...
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on what has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took...
There's something I should tell you. Something...
You're looking for someone?
I am a novice. At least until I find...
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man...
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the Neuhof.
I heard something about that.
Because you could help me. It has to...
That can't be. Have you told the prior? What are you going to do?
I don't know yet.
It won't be easy to drag this criminal away from the protection of the cloister.
Do you have any idea which of the novices could be the imposter I'm looking for?
I don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told...
I think that you're the man I'm looking for.
What are you on about?
I am. Your secretiveness, the fact that you don't want to speak with...
But you're wrong. You've made a terrible mistake. I'm not the man you're looking for.
You're lying. You are pious.
Saint Anthony, pray for me. Help! Is anyone there? Help me!
Why such hate? Talk to me, brother.
Listen, there's something I...
Ha! I knew it! It's better not to ask, isn't it?
Never mind that. Who's...
That's Siskin. I always thought he was an odd one, the way he carries on. But now it makes perfect sense. He's a...
What are you talking about? You clearly...
I'm telling you, keep your eye on him. He's no monk. What are you going to do to that fellow once...
I don't know yet.
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it. In a rush to pray?
Slow down. Why such haste? Watch your step, brother.
Why such haste? Why such haste?
Edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue. For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and listen. For that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence.
I've heard some unsettling news. I've been told you've lied about who you are the entire time you've been here. What do you have to say about it? Who are you really?
And for such conversation, we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth.
It's true that I'm not who I say I am. I'm not the young Lord Carl. He ran away and sent me in his place.
Why would you agree to that?
Money. I was drowning in debt, and the money from Sir Carl helped my family stay afloat. Carl never wanted to become a monk, but Father, I found peace here in the monastery. It's better for me to serve God here than continue my life of sin in the world outside.
Thank you for your honesty. Because you've told the truth, I'll forgive you for deceiving us. Continue to be an exemplary monk, and I promise I'll forget about what's happened. Well, unless someone from Sir Carl's family intervenes, then I'll have no choice. I'll have to deal with the situation.
Thank you for your kindness, brother.
Or if anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to disturb anyone else. Let none be said rather early, at the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again do what work has to be done until vespers. Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned a task or craft of such a nature as to keep them from idleness, and at the same time not to overburden them or drive them away with excessive toil. Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to lead us at times to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since this spirit of silence is so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even to perfect disciples, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, In much speaking you will not escape sin. And in another place, death and life are in the power of the tongue. For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and to listen. For that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear. Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo, the well-disposed and those of good understanding.
Brother, what are you doing here?
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately.
Really? Fine then. This time... Slow? Pay more attention, brother.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. Concoct two. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know. What troubles you?
I'd like to ask...
What troubles you?
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent.
Watch your step, brother.
Pay more attention, brother. Slow down, brother. Slow down, brother.
Why such haste?
My name's Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although, it's not important. Welcome to Purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Will you tell me something about yourself?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not...
Are you hiding something?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the... I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the monastery. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me in a monastery.
They must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in, just to piss them off. I can just see my brothers, my sibling.
And you stashed away the remains?
Indeed so.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
But you didn't have to come here if...
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing. If it had come to that after my father's death, so be it. But to get rid of me, what...
That's all I wanted to...
Please, keep it to yourself.
There's something I should tell you. I'm here to find someone and, well, to do away with him. But listen, it's not murder. Not when it's a man like...
What's he doing here?
They call him pious because he used to be a priest. When he found out a lot of people were after him, they sent me here to find him and bring him to justice.
So we have one outlaw and one assassin in our midst.
Well, that's just it. I won't tell you more.
You're talking about killing in the monastery. I really should report...
Would you do that? I have a feeling.
You're right. I'll keep it to myself.
Thank you, Siskin.
Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
In a rush to pray?
Praise be to Christ, brother. I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here.
You don't say. And who?
Someone whose job it is to investigate the case.
Punishment? Do you intend to...
I don't know yet. I'm still... Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other...
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which...
3? Please, leave me out of it. No one knows anything about Lukas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books.
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought.
Don't fret, my friend.
In a rush to pray? Pay more attention, brother.
What is it, brother?
Or maybe you're the one.
Me? A criminal? Look at me. How could I be? No, my friend, you're accusing the wrong...
No, I'm sure of it. It's you.
No, I never. It was Siskin. It's him you want, not me. Leave me alone.
Go away. I don't want to talk to you.
Pay more attention,
You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
All right. I wouldn't mind.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad. Don't move a Brother. Brother Cyril mentioned that you didn't submit your parchments in the scriptorium.
Salve, Domine.
Do you not enjoy copying books?
You're right, brother.
This is your first warning. Don't do it again. Where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you...
Come now, brother. Aren't we friends? Couldn't you just turn a blind eye this one time? For me?
I'll pretend nothing happened. But this is the last time, brother.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? Drinking.
But we're all monks.
Youngster, when you're as old as I, you'll understand.
Why not? I've had enough opprobria and obedientia for one day.
That's what we like to hear.
You mentioned Yodok. What does he do for you?
Nothing much. He's just a little suckling like you. He'll do whatever it takes to stay on our good side. Sometimes we make use of him when there are errands to run.
Let's play!
Just the man we've been waiting for. My friend, so, let's play.
What's there left to drink to?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old perverts. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, to John, the future abbot, and a pox on Nevers.
And Killjoy? He'd love to have us all under his thumb. Fat chance.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will wise up once they hear all about him.
Will they believe it?
Even if just 2 or 3 of them do, it'll help us. So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John.
Ah, down the hatch.
Every gulp a treat, isn't that the truth?
No wonder. With our throats going dry all day.
Next time we'll get the Yorick to bring some Rhine wine. I'm losing my taste for this one.
Why doesn't Yorick drink with us, anyway?
He's young, and he wants to look good in front of the others. And he doesn't trust us to keep him safe from harm if he got too drunk to make it to Brad.
You mean like your good self last Christmas Day? The way you drowned out the prior's voice by snoring through the Agnus Dei?
Don't remind me.
Ah, down the hatch.
Every gulp a treat, isn't that the truth?
No wonder. With our throats going dry all day.
Next time we'll get the Yorick to bring some Rhine wine. I'm losing my taste for this one.
Why doesn't Yorick drink with us, anyway?
He's young, and he wants to look good in front of the others. And he doesn't trust us to keep him safe from harm if he got too drunk to make it to Brad.
You mean like your good self last Christmas Day? The way you drowned out the prior's voice by snoring through the Agnus Dei?
Don't remind me.
I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table.
I'm not so sure. It's a bit sour. God knows what's in it.
Don't be absurd. It's a first-class cask, direct from Znojmo.
No, I know the taste of a good vintage, and this isn't it. I bet you that wretched Yorick got the cask mixed up.
Nonsense, it's perfectly drinkable.
No, it isn't. It's sour. No matter. We'll get more soon, so good health.
Good health.
We'll have to take that Yorick to task about where he got this wine and tell him next time he'd better get proper Znojmo. What's there left to drink to?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless cellars.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink to that. So, to John, the future abbot, and a pox on Nevers.
That killjoy? He'd love to have us all under his thumb. Fat chance.
Don't worry. Those youngsters will wise up once they hear all about him.
Will they believe it?
Even if just 2 or 3 of them do, it'll help us. So, to Abbot John.
To Abbot John.